So I'm back with another video from a question or a couple questions that I received about how to integrate your Google Classroom, the assignments within that, and PowerSchool. So I'm going to give you a couple tips on that today. So I've received a couple questions about how to tie your PowerSchool gradebook to your Google Classroom and how that could be done most effectively. Yesterday, some of you saw the little pop-up that showed up in the video that I sent out concerning how to label your assignments. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that with Google Classroom and with PowerSchool, so your students and parents could access everything seamlessly and easily. So let's go into Google Classroom here. We're going to click on classwork and we're going to create our first assignment here. And it's just going to be a test assignment. Just a reminder, I set up all of my topics as weeks with dates, so you'll see that in here. But it's as simple as this to set up your assignments. 001 is going to be my first assignment, and I'm just going to label that test. I like to keep my instructions brief, read all instructions, and then to complete assignment, and then 3, turn it in. Now I'm going to create that assignment. Over here on the side, I will make sure that when I'm assigning all my topics, I'm going to assign that to week 1 right there. I'm going to put my points. I always put a due date in, and that due date will correlate the same as in PowerSchool. So I have my class here, and I'm all set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign that topic there. Do make sure that if you ever add any items down here in attachments, that you do that. If you want all of your students to access it, do that before. Change the settings for access before you publish. So I'm going to click assign. Now this is number 001 test. And let's go over to PowerSchool here. And I'm going to create the same thing. I have my class that I'm going to create this in. I'm going to go into my assignments, create a new assignment, and I'm going to label this number 001 test. I'll select my category, but I also want to make sure that I have congruent due dates. So it's going to be August 12th, which it won't let me choose, but I'm going to put that in there. Let's see if it'll do it here. Yep, there we go. It'll say date must be between, but we'll start that later on. Make sure that my points correlate as well. And if you do any weighting, make sure your weighting correlates as well. You can set up weighting within Google Classroom as well if you want to use Google Classroom as a secondary source for PowerSchool because you love double grading. But if you don't love double grading, this is the easiest way to do this. Parents could look at the missing assignment. Students could look at the missing assignment and find the exact assignment in Google Classroom. So this works if you have duplicate assignments. Maybe you have something that you repeat as a pre-test and a post-test later on. You can name them the same thing, the same content, whatever it may be, but have a different number that goes with that assignment. That way, once again, it's easy for parents to find, it's easy for students to find, and they can correlate the resources that you put with it within Google Classroom. Hope that's helpful.